The go-home week for In Your House kicks off here tonight on Raw. And there are huge In Your House implications in our main event. #1 Contenders Battle Royal. We will see who will earn the opportunity to take on Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's Championship. We're not wasting any time here tonight. We are getting right to the action. CM Punk making his way down to the ring. He will be taking on a man that we have not seen since he left Backlash in the back of an ambulance, courtesy of Damian Priest. Finn Balor is back, and he is here tonight to take on CM Punk here in our opening match of Raw. And I gotta be honest, it's a shame that the Judgment Day is no more. They have been a very dominant group in the first 3 years of our universe, to the fact that at the very beginning, Judgment Day was really split into two groups. On the WWE side, you had Damian Priest, Dirty Dom, and Rhea Ripley. Over in WCW, JD and Finn were over there. Then, as the drafts tend to play out, rosters get flipped around. Rhea ended up in WCW. Dom ended up in WCW. Finn ended up here in WWE. And really, Finn and Damian as a team worked well for a long time. That is until Damian Priest won the Royal Rumble and earned a World Championship main event opportunity at WrestleMania 3. Jealousy taking over Finn Balor, costing Damian Priest in that match against AJ Styles for the WCW World title at WrestleMania 3. And then it all came to a head at Backlash in an ambulance match. And it was not a good night for Finn Balor. Damian Priest, while still, there's no comparison. I'm sure he would much rather be WCW World Champion right now, but at Backlash, he was able to get his pound of flesh, and he made good on his promise that Finn Balor would only leave Backlash in the back of an ambulance, and that's exactly what happened. But Balor's back here, and not really dipping his toe into the shallow end, getting in there with CM Punk, but so far holding his own. Goes for a cover, only gets a 1. But Balor's got a rebound. We are just a few weeks away from the draft. And where does that put someone like Finn Balor? Does he stay here in WWE? Does he go back to WCW? And more importantly, is he somebody that doesn't get drafted and just stays put? Sometimes that's almost the worst case scenario, when not even the brand that you're on deems that you're worthy for one of those valuable draft picks. Well, we will find out in just a few weeks. Punk with a clothesline. Balor back to his feet. See if CM Punk can get Balor to tap out here. And he doesn't, as Punk releases the hold. CM Punk lifting Finn Balor up. GTS from CM Punk. Hooks the leg. And that's going to do it, CM Punk. Your winner here in our opening match. And the hits just keep on coming for Finn Balor as he finds himself in the loss column once again. Karrion Kross on his way to the ring last week on SmackDown. Kross coming up on the losing end against Pete Dunne, thanks to Bron Breakker, who inadvertently got involved in that match, which ultimately would cost Karrion Kross. Kross says, "I generally don't concern myself with other people and how they handle their business. That is, unless it bleeds over and interrupts my business." You see, Bron Breakker, now you've made me angry. You coming out last week, sticking your nose in my business, now it's personal. And Bron Breakker doing what he does best, just showing up here at the ring whenever he wants. He said, "Look, Kross, what happened last week, that's just a casualty of war, man. It had nothing to do with you. But if you really got a problem with me, let's do something about it. This weekend, I'm going to be in your house, and if you want to join the party, all you got to do is bring that United States Championship. We could turn this thing into a three-way dance. What do you say, killer?" Kross says, "Tick-tock." I guess that's his way of saying he's in. Looks like our Intercontinental Championship match has now turned into a double title match, as the United States Championship will also be on the line. Now it's time for our main event. And this is going to be a number one Contenders Battle Royal. And the winner is moving on to In Your House to take on Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's Championship. Liv Morgan, Asuka, Stephanie Vaquer, Nile, Roxanne Perez, Iyo Sky, Bayley, and Naomi. Which woman is going to punch their ticket and get an opportunity this weekend at In Your House? We are about to find out. We've got some former champions in this one. Bayley, former WWE Women's Champion. Nile, a former WWE Women's Champion. Liv Morgan, a former champion in both WWE and WCW. Then you look at someone like Naomi. She's been the one that's had the most recent success in a Battle Royal, the winner of the China Memorial Battle Royal back at WrestleMania 3. And followed that up with an opportunity. She had a match against Becky Lynch. And while Becky was victorious, Naomi with a great showing there. Roxanne Perez, the first one eliminated. We are down to 7 women here. Nile with that elimination, and now Ivy working on Naomi up in the corner. And Naomi eliminated. Nile with the first 2 eliminations here. Bayley holding on for dear life, lands on the apron. And Iyo unable to eliminate Bayley there. And Iyo now placing Bayley on the top turnbuckle. If you're Bayley, that is not somewhere you want to be right now. I don't know why Iyo not trying to just toss her over the top rope. Stephanie Vaquer out on the apron. Liv Morgan trying to get Stephanie eliminated here. Now Iyo out on the apron as well, and Asuka may have just saved Iyo there. Their friendship coming into play here, and now Ivy holding on for dear life up in the corner as Asuka sends Nile to the floor. Liv again trying to eliminate Stephanie Vaquer, and she does. We are down to 4 in this one. The field cut in half. Liv Morgan, Iyo Sky, Asuka, and Bayley. And Liv gets caught on that top turnbuckle. She pays the price. Interesting too, Asuka and Iyo have not touched at one point in this match. Liv Morgan eliminated by Asuka, and now Bayley kind of in a odd situation here. It's kind of her against Iyo and Asuka. And Bayley really looking good at this point. Asuka, a former Royal Rumble winner here in the universe. In some trouble here with Bayley in the driver's seat. These women down. She needs to try to get somebody up and over the top ropes and get an elimination. But Iyo able to cut it off. And now Iyo lifting Bayley up. And now Asuka coming in to add an extra hand. And Bayley up and over the top rope. Oh, Asuka tried to get the first shot in there, but Iyo able to move out of the way. And now Iyo Sky doing some damage to her friend Asuka here. With a championship opportunity, you have no friends. It is every woman for themselves. And Asuka maybe learning that the hard way here. Asuka holding on for dear life. Oh, punch to the face of Iyo Sky. And now Asuka out of harm's way for the moment, taking Iyo to the ropes. Lifts Iyo Sky up. And tosses her up and over. Asuka, your winner. And she will head to In Your House to take on Becky Lynch. And here comes the champ as she faces off here with her next challenger. And I guess this weekend we will find out if Becky Lynch is ready for Asuka.